For many years, I've wanted to write a book on Hong Kong's administrative history in order to understand better how this city had been run. And having stepped down from political office a few years ago, I had the time to do so. And it was a very fascinating process because in the process, I have reviewed past assumptions. I've asked new questions about what made Hong Kong work. And it was a process of interpreting and reinterpreting Hong Kong's journey in governance and public administration. Maybe two selling points. First, the coverage. The book covers the period from the so-called golden years of reform in the 1970s under British rule all the way until 2020, last year. And throughout those 50 years, Hong Kong had gone through many ups and downs, dilemmas, tensions, and we have been able to steer our way forward under what I describe in the book as Hong Kong exceptionalism. The other selling point is the perspective, because I'm both an academic and I've been a long-time practitioner. So I'm able to offer a perspective from someone who is able to look at the system from outside in and from inside out. This book should be useful reading for students, undergraduate or postgraduate, as well as academics, whether in Hong Kong or overseas, who are interested in Hong Kong's public administration and governance. At the same time, I hope the book will be helpful to senior officials, civil servants, politicians, legislators, the media, and think tanks, and even foreign governments to understand how Hong Kong's system worked in the past and how it functions at the moment in Hong Kong. Hong Kong exceptionalism was born of historical circumstances and preserved to some extent under the one country, two systems framework. Of course, after the 2019 political unrest and Beijing's responses to Hong Kong, right now there are uncertainties and anxieties about Hong Kong's political future. That is understandable, but I think Hong Kong exceptionalism will continue because there is a special role for Hong Kong within the nation. So long as circumstances demand and support Hong Kong, which is distinct within a rising China, and so long as Hong Kong can continue to contribute critical value to the nation, then I think there's no reason for us to be pessimistic. But of course, we need to gain Beijing's trust in Hong Kong. We need to demonstrate that Hong Kong really has an advantage. The next decade is indeed very crucial for Hong Kong because right now Hong Kong is entering what can be described as a second transition. And we have new starting points. We are in a new set of realities. I think Hong Kong needs a paradigm change in terms of how it relates to the mainland within one country. We need to have a non-zero-sum mindset because there are opportunities. Of course, there are also challenges to us. And the Greater Bay Area, in my view, should be taken as an opportunity to provide a platform for Hong Kong to play an even larger role regionally, because Hong Kong has flexibilities, Hong Kong has its own uniqueness. We also need to demonstrate that Hong Kong can contribute to the further development of the nation. After all, Hong Kong is China's Hong Kong. Its fate rises and falls with China. And therefore, I think we have to make the best out of the current system that we have, even if some changes are going to happen, whether in terms of the political landscape or the path of public administration.